Hi everybody, my name's Justine and I'm the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Manager, and February is LGBT History Month, and I'm here today with Richard Darby Davis, who is the Head of Psychology at the University. Richard, I wanted to ask you, why is LGBT History Month important? Why do we still need to celebrate it?
I think it's important because we always need to remember what's gone before us. No, none of us have emerged into who and what we are from a vacuum. We've emerged from the lives, the experiences, both good and bad, of people in our communities that have gone before us, and hopefully can learn from their experiences and be stronger moving forward with that knowledge.
Okay, thank you. And now, I've always known you as an openly gay member of staff within the university. I can't remember how many years you've been here. How long have you been at the university?
Oh, 2.5 years now.
2.5 years. So it'd be interesting to know what barriers have you faced as a gay man within higher education?
Well, it's a strange story really, because when I came to move to Sunderland, I've been open from the get-go, from day one. I think I was possibly even open, perhaps too open, in my interview as well. So, but at my previous institution, I haven't been out and openly out at work all my life. I think I probably came out in my mid-30s, but by that time I'd reached a level of seniority so that I felt comfortable doing that. And I think that's always an important concept. You have to feel comfortable in the way that you present yourself to your colleagues and students and so on and so forth. Now, do I think I would do the same again now? Possibly not, because that was not giving away my age, but it was nearly 20 years ago. So things have moved on and things have changed. And certainly my perception of people and people's attitudes is much more positive now than it was then. You remember, I grew up in the 80s with all the negative news and information surrounding the gay community at that time. So would I say it's crucially important for you to be out at work? Well, it's what you feel comfortable with. And when I felt comfortable with it, that's what I did. But in terms of the barriers, I think looking back all those years, if I can remember all those years ago, part of it may well have just been my own perception. I didn't know any gay men. I didn't have any gay role models in my life. I grew up in a very middle class, straight family. In hindsight now, I suspect I didn't grow up in such a straight family as I thought at the time. But it's when I felt comfortable doing it. I think that's important for everybody. Do something when you feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah. Now, I specifically asked you to do the video because you are obviously in a senior position and also openly gay. So what could be the positive consequences of you speaking openly about your sexual orientation? And that's the doorbell. But carry on.
The joys of recording from our homes, eh, Justine? I've expected some socks to be delivered, to be honest. So it could be at any time. Well, I don't think it's positive, and I wouldn't want anybody to look up and aspire to be me, because they're not me, they're themselves. However, I think it is important, and I think it should be, and it's empowering, and at least I hope it's empowering for students, especially in the School of Psychology, because they're brilliant, that there is someone who is very senior, who has achieved something and is happy enough in their own skin to be who and what they are. The term role model means people should want to be you and take the same journey as you. I don't want anybody to take the same journey as me, because I've made so many mistakes in my life. I couldn't even remember them all, to be honest. But I would hope people would choose and feel comfortable to be themselves, And I think that's the most important message and the most important characteristic that we can give to any of our students and indeed our colleagues. And it's also people, if people do want, student staff, anybody want to talk to me about themselves, or knowing that I would be understanding of their situation, hopefully that's the situation, and indeed it has happened. So I'm proud that people feel comfortable to come and talk to me about their own experiences, their own lives, their own plans. So in that respect, that's where I think it's important that that if you feel comfortable doing it, and if you feel confident enough and secure enough, that we should all be who and what we are, whatever that may well be.
Brilliant. And what a great note to end on. Richard, thank you very much.
It was my pleasure, Justine.